Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about something today. I have some good news and bad news for Wuthering Waves on mobile. So we're going to talk about this. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, notification bell for every upload that I upload to the channel. We're going to be talking about this today, about the optimization issues in Wuthering Waves mobile. And we're going to talk about this because, I think it's very clear that they're only going to be able to fix this by new version updates. So, I said, this is my message here. I told them, Wuthering Waves mobile optimization has gotten worse. The American server connectivity stability has gotten worse, which it has been getting worse on mobile because the connectivity stability on the server itself that I was on, uh, it's not stable and it's not collecting, like it's not retrieving enough data to even lower the milliseconds, which is weird because even though my phone is at max internet connection, the game, like during in-game, the server connection like can't retrieve all of my data for the game, which is kind of weird. And the stability is unstable on the game, on the server, which is a connectivity issue. That's what's kicking me out of Wuthering Waves on mobile. I do not have performance issues, really, just to be honest. I can actually run the game on higher graphics. It's just I choose not to go that route. But you know, is the lack of optimization for Wuthering Waves on mobile has gotten worse. So that's what's the issue, is that this is their message right here. It says, we have noted your value feedbacks and have relayed them to our developer team for consideration in future gameplay improvements. That's the good news. The bad news is they are not able to guarantee the implementation of the fix of the optimization and the network connectivity stability issues at the moment, currently, right now. So that's the bad news for 1.1 update. So what I think about this is that it seems like Wuthering Waves won't improve in optimization or internet connection or anything like that until we get new version updates. So when we get new version updates for Wuthering Waves, that's when the optimization will kick in. They're gonna implement more of that, and then they will improve everything else on the game itself. And fixing the game takes time. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort for Wuthering Waves to be better on mobile. And I know the optimization is bad on mobile because I can see it on the game itself. Now I can definitely log in. I can definitely play for at least about 5-10 minutes, and then the game kicks me out because of the not retrieving enough data on the server with the stability issues. So that's what's been kicking me out the game, not because of the performance. I think my phone's performance is very high because my phone's performance, my processor, I'm going to tell you what my processor is. My processor on my phone is MediaTek Dimcity 6100 Plus. That is my processor, which means my processor is very powerful, that I can run Genshin Impact mobile on max graphics with 60 FPS and my phone won't even overheat. And I can still play the game at max graphics on Genshin Impact. But I noticed the difference because Genshin Impact isn't an Unreal Engine 4 at all. And Wuthering Waves is. So that's the biggest difference. But The only reason why Wuthering Waves kicks me out on on the game during gameplay is because of the data stability and connectivity issues, and that's what's causing me to crash and leave the game automatically. Is because of that unstable connection on the server. Like, it's so bad, and they really need to fix that. But they can't fix it currently right now because they need to implement more version updates to the game first before they're able to fix the problem. Right now, unfortunately, they can't fix it right now, which is understandable. I'm not going to, you know, bother them too much. I don't want to. I'm just telling them the issues of the game on mobile, because there's so many problems on mobile of Wuthering Waves. Now, this is what they said. I think it's a good thing that they do actually respond to their feedback players, which is, I think it's a good thing. But because my processor is so powerful, I can run Wuthering Waves on higher graphics. I just choose not to go up to high graphics because I don't really think it's really. I don't think I need to go that far on my phone because it already goes max graphics on Genshin Impact. Why put it on Wuthering Waves 2 when my phone does have a limit, how much my phone can take? So I do test my phone out and see how powerful my phone is. Now, I have tried running Wuthering Waves on higher max graphics. My phone can run it, but because of the issues with the stability and connectivity issues, I never put my graphics all the way to max because I want to wait until they fix the stability connection uh, issues. I want them to fix that first before I increase the graphics, because they done that to Genshin Impact. Because remember when Genshin Impact was out on mobile and the optimization was bad and the performance was bad on the game itself, and then the connectivity issues was also very bad on Genshin Impact on mobile. But now, since they fixed that over for the last 3 to 4 years, they fixed that problem for Genshin Impact now. So if you have a very powerful processor, you're gonna be able to run Genshin Impact mobile on max graphics with your most powerful processor. But if you do not have a powerful processor, your game won't be able to be either compatible for the game, or if it is, you're not going to be able to run the game at max graphics, hands down. But because of my phone has a very powerful processor, I'm able to play Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact and all the other games that I currently play on my device. But Wuthering Waves, they do need to fix their issues on optimization and connectivity stability on the servers that they need to fix as well currently. But I would say by the time they fix this, I would say it will probably be more version updates to the game first before they actually do more improvements, I would say. So I would say by the time we get to 3.0 version update, we should already have a lot of improvements to the game by the time we get to 3.0. I'm just saying. By the time we get there, we should get good improvements and fixes to the game and bug fixes and stuff. Right now, I'm not saying you can't play Wuthering Waves on your device if your phone is powerful enough to run the game. I'm not saying you can't play it. But what I am saying is you can, but you're only going to be able to play it for a short time because there's so many bugs and issues with the game itself. So I would say play very less of Wuthering Waves on mobile. Do not try to play a lot because it's going to damage your CPU consumption for the game. So you don't want to do that. So I would say play Wuthering Waves on mobile minimally. Don't play too much on it. I would say play at least 5 to 10 minutes and then leave the game because you don't want to play far too long. But there is a lot of improvements to the game that the game does need. Now, like I said, there's other processors that are more powerful than MediaTek, but MediaTek is the second fastest processor in the world other than Snapdragon. If Snapdragon is the first fastest processors for phones in the entire world. Second fastest, MediaTek processors. And then the third fastest is Apple processors. So those are the main fastest processors for phones that are able to play games efficiently. But like I said, if your phone is not compatible with Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves, it's probably because you don't have a powerful processor. So if you don't have MediaTek, if you don't have Snapdragon on your device as your processor, you're not going to be able to run those games. I'm just saying. Um, if you if you decide to play Wuthering Waves on mobile, I'm not going to stop you from trying to play it. But if there's so many lag and bugs issues and maybe a black screen during gameplay, it's probably because either your device is not powerful enough to run the game, or it's because there's so much bugs into the game that probably needs to be fixed and probably needs to be dealt with. Which they already said that, okay, so they already read my feedback and they given the information to the developer team, so that way they can fix the game for further improvements. But here, that's what they said. Valuable feedbacks have relied to them to our development team for consideration in future gameplay improvements, which means they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it for new version updates, but they're not going to be guaranteed for the implementation currently right now. That's basically what they're saying. They can't do it right now, but they will do it for version updates, which is very good for the game. It's so good. Like, this is good information. This is why I've giving them all the problems, and the reason why I keep sending, like, I've sent them a lot of game issues to the game because I want them to know what issues in the game, so that way, we need more people to reach out to the developer team and reach out to Kuro Games. Tell them the issues of your device, or maybe tell them issues of the game to help them improve the game. Not just me, but we need other people to do the same thing. That way, when the time comes for them to fix the game with new version updates, they're going to be able to fix everything. So it's better to tell the Kuro Games development team, tell them now before it's too late. Tell them now, so that way when new version update come out, those information that you have sent to them in order to fix the game, they will able to implement it later on in new version updates for improvements. So that way the game will be better when new versions system software comes out for it. So you got to keep up with that, And these are the issues for me. I do not have performance issues at all in Wuthering Waves. It's just the optimization between the bugs and stuff like that. That's what's causing me to crash in Wuthering Waves on my device. It's because of a lot of bugs, issues, and stability issues on the server and connection. That's my main problem. Those are the main two problems I have. I don't have any more performance issues because my phone already runs at 120 FPS. Once I put my phone at 90 hertz and then I go in the game and run it at 30 FPS, I'm already running the game at 120 FPS. Let's be honest. But That's why the game, if you want to increase the FPS to 60 on Wuthering Waves on your phone, lower your hertz to 60 hertz. So that way you can increase it to another 60 hertz, which equals to 120 FPS. Exactly. And you can do it that way. Instead of having it at 90 hertz, because 90 hertz and increasing it to 30 FPS on the game, or trying to increase the FPS higher, is too much for the game to take. So that's why the phone overheats. So if you want to run Wuthering Waves on your device, put your refresh rate hertz on 60, and then increase the FPS on the game itself to 60. That way you'll get 120 FPS. And then make sure you keep your graphics low if your device is not powerful enough. Now, my device is powerful enough because I can run the game on higher graphics, like I said before. But I just hear me out. I just make sure not to go that far yet. I want to wait until they fix the game first before I increase the graphics. I'm gonna leave it on low for now on my device until they fix the bugs and the bug issues and connectivity issues and stuff like that. But once they fix that for new version updates, I will go ahead and increase the graphics higher. But as for other people, if you're having trouble running Wuthering Waves on your device, it depends on your performance. It depends on how many bugs on the game itself. It depends how your phone can handle the game. If your phone can't handle the game, or if the game is not compatible with your device, it's probably because you don't have the right processor. So, just just letting you guys know. So, see you in the next one. Peace out.